Hey folks, welcome to Living Jazz, musings on living life as a jazz musician. So a musician's music life is not really separate from the rest of his or her life. And for me, that includes family life. I was just thinking, what happens when a jazz musician has a kid? Of course, like with most people, there's the initial excitement and wonder. We're going to have a baby. Really? We're going to have a baby. We're going to have a baby. Oh, come here, girl. Then I think, like for most guys, little by little, panic sets in. But probably a little different for jazz musicians. We're gonna have a baby. I only got 2 gigs on the calendar. Then I'll just be getting home from the gig at 2 a.m., ready for bed at 3 when... Then the kid might grow up to be a jazz musician. My girl. Our girl. Well, by the grace of God, our kids turned out to be 2 beautiful people we've always been proud of. I wondered what may have been the effects, if any, of my 2 young people growing up under parents who have a voracious appetite for music. My wife, Bridget, by the way, also studied and loves music. These kids grew up exposed to lots of live music and the lifestyle of a professional musician. Might it have been influential in shaping their attitudes about things, or at least their taste in music? I talked to them about it. So, Kaylin, introduce yourself and tell them what you do.
Well, hello. My name is Kaylin Bryant, and I am a musician. I play bass, I sing, I play the cello.
That's it? Okay. All right, how long have you been playing bass?
I've been playing bass for about 5 years now.
5 years? When did you start playing cello?
I started playing cello when I was 7, and I remember particularly that I wanted to start on the bass, but they didn't offer bass for 3rd graders. And my mother said, well, don't give up so easily. How about you just play the next best thing, the closest thing you can get? And then in 5th grade, when they offer bass, you can start. So I said, all right, fine, I'll play this weird instrument and I'll switch. But I ended up falling in love with the cello, and the first song that I learned was the cello song, and it's Bach's Cello Suite in G, and I remember picking out the notes.
Oh, so you learned it by ear?
Yes, I did.
Wow, okay. I want you to meet my son, the smart speaker whisperer. Why don't you say your name and what you do?
Hi, my name is Jordan, and I work in technical support for a wireless speaker company called Sonos.
What kind of music do you remember hearing growing up, being around your parents?
I remember hearing a lot of jazz, as well as some R&B that Mom would play, and then classical here and there, some gospel as well.
You remember from middle school age to high school, because I think earlier kids don't really have an opinion on music. But like from middle school, do you like the music that your parents were into?
I would say probably no. I think I started listening to pretty much everything except.
Yeah, that's what I remember. What kind of music did you grow up hearing around the house from your mom and dad? And do you remember any of the artists' names?
Oh, yes. Well, I grew up hearing a lot. I remember John Coltrane, Duke Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald, Yo-Yo Ma, Bach, Shostakovich, Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, George Duke, Parliament Funkadelic, Ruben Blades, Panama Presente, Mark Anthony, Tito Puente. Remember that picture I had with me and him?
Oh yeah.
He thought it was cute.
Tito. That was probably the recording session with Lionel Hampton and Tito Puente.
Oh, that's another one.
Lionel Hampton, of course. Do you have any memories of going to some of my gigs when you were little?
Yeah, I have lots of memories of those. I remember going to smoky jazz clubs back when you could a cigarette at the bar. Obviously, I wasn't doing that. That's something that I do remember. Gigs, traveling a lot.
Bad parents.
I remember when it came to the end of the night, we would sell CDs. Me and Jordan, I always got the most sales because I was the cutest.
Remember when you were in middle school and high school, what kind of music did the other kids at school listen to?
Mostly pop music. I remember not really understanding. People my age weren't hearing what I was hearing. They didn't grow up hearing such a variety of music. So I remember being really confused when I said to my friend, "Hey, don't you just love rock modern enough?" And they said, "Who? God bless you. Did you sneeze? You have a cold?"
High school was probably where I started to actually develop tastes for myself. I was listening to a lot of rock and metal, as well as some electronic music.
What was that stuff? It kind of went like.
Yeah, that was some good stuff.
Classic.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Lamb of God, Children of Bodom. Yeah, I know that you guys weren't too thrilled about it, but
Children of Bodom. Clearly, the boy was rebelling against the jazz, funk, gospel, classical household. Always appreciated you being an independent thinker. In later years, I heard you listening to some tasty indie pop. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, I think you're probably referring to like the one CD I actually bought, Foster the People. Now I listen to probably an even more diverse group of artists than I used to. Recently, I've been into Pine Grove. They're a rock band from Montclair, actually. I've been liking this rapper, Mike.
What, Mike?
Just Mike. Mike A.E. A flamenco pop artist from Barcelona. Goes by the name of Rosalia.
That sounds like something I want to check out.
How come you're wearing a hat inside?
Okay. Caleb.
Don't like my look?
This may be a weird question, but on a scale of from 1 to 10, how much do you think you're like the average young adult around your age, just in terms of lifestyle and general preferences?
I might say that I would be a 4. The music that I heard, hearing so much music, really taught me to be really open-minded as I can. I work at a music program run by a writer, Mr. James McBride, and he frequently tells the parents that music is important. If your child can do music, your child can do anything. because it helps them develop the skills to practice and the skills of discipline and patience. And then you take that and you apply it to your everyday life. You don't have to be sitting at the piano to benefit from the discipline.
I would probably consider myself as having a very open mind when it comes to music. It's just purely experimental, and that if were to show you, or really almost anyone, they would look at me like I had 12 heads and ask, Jordan, how can you listen to this? That's the beauty of music, is that you can sort of explore really anything.
I have to say, it's a wonderful adventure watching kids grow up and seeing what kind of people they become. I have this memory of being in my car with my family at a stoplight next to a car with hip-hop blasting out the windows. So I turned up and blasted symphonic music we're listening to, and this Russian composer Prokofiev's Dance of the Nights. And we're just singing along, maybe not Jordan, but we're singing along and getting into it. And I'm sitting there thinking, I like this for my kids. They don't necessarily have to follow the crowd. They can make their own choices out of a greater awareness of so much to choose from. And it looks like they did. Love you guys. Hey, thanks for letting us share, and thanks again for watching Living Jazz. Bright moments.